Yeah, woo! See, even Dave knew what he did.
A thief hunted.
Damn, even Yularen sounds more excited for the right intro. I guess it kind of makes sense. This is the furthest we've seen so far, production-wise, not counting the time we watched season 2 and 3. That everything's starting to get its bearings, unlike the last episode. What is this shot from? Is it from this episode? It wasn't in the last one, was it? Did they just make this tiny split-second scene for the intro? Everything else checks out.
Hey, Denal. Good job frying that bounty hunter. Yeah, let's get some grub.
General, there's something I think you should see.
Hey, Trooper, are you all right? Must have been hit in the head.
It's blood, sir. It sure isn't from any of our men.
I know this is, well, alien blood, but it looks so gooey and slimy. They did a really good job animating that for some reason. I hate thinking about how thick it is, though. Imagine getting blood tests done with that goop coming out. Jeez.
You're injured. You're no clone.
Ahsoka!
I like how creepy it looks after she calls him out, and he just kind of blissfully stares like a zombie till he drop kicks her. You gotta imagine Cad's real movements under there, and I bet he had a big ol' shit-eating grin right there. Alright, I guess this isn't as bad as the commando droids and rookies with this styrofoam-looking neck suit animation, but I gotta say, man, Chad Bane looks pretty jacked wearing clone armor.
Admiral, lock down the hyperspace rings. Hurry!
What could possibly have happened since I last spoke with you?
It's Bane. Lock those rings, now!
I kind of forgot that this is basically Yularen's fault. All he was doing was complaining about Anakin in the last episode, and now he's the moron making the bad calls. Just when you think you know a wolf.
No! Lock them all down! Hurry!
Deactivating hyperspace fields.
Wait, in case you missed that, I'm pretty sure that's gotta be a play on C-3PO in A New Hope, right?
No! Lock them all down! Hurry!
No! Shut them all down! Hurry!
Yeah. I know I can't be the only one who instantly recognizes that walk. That's Vader all day right there.
It is most unfortunate Bane was allowed to escape.
We've discovered Bane's working with the Separatists.
Through the Force, the Council may detect them.
Anything else I can help you with?
Choose 4 children and bring them to Mustafa. I will take care of them.
Kidnapping innocent children seems like a small-time crime for the likes of you.
At some point, you gotta wonder what Cad Bane knows, right? Listen, if he knows all about holocrons and Sith and whatnot, is it a far stretch to say he knew of Dooku when he was a Jedi? If Dooku was as hot a commodity as he seems to have been, and everyone on the HoloNet knew all about Anakin, how much does this guy know? Like, how do you know he doesn't kidnap random kids all the time?
Sure. As long as I get paid, it makes no difference to me.
When you really stop to think about this, it's just weird, man. How is this a kid's show? God only knows how many other kids Cad Bane has snatched up.
I need to add your kids, add your wife, add your kids, add your wife.
Rhodia, it is.
A house in K-Tab Square.
There's an ocean planet. Glee Ansem?
I sense a place I've been to before. Naboo.
Jangua. Sense it strongly, I do.
I love the way they seem to be all having their own force vision here, yet collectively can kind of jump in on the other's train of thought. It's such a cool scene, man. The Clone Wars gets a lot of these cool uses of the force in unison, and it just adds so much to the whole vibe for me. Well, maybe a different kind of vibe coming up in a minute.
The Gungan child was screaming.
The future, you see, young Skywalker.
Also, it's cool to see Anakin's use of 2 Dominus here, which is his ability to see into the future in visions, which I guess weren't they all doing before? Were they just kind of sensing the present or the past? Either way, I like that it's actually validated by Yoda here in the show and not just kind of brushed aside like the movies didn't really touch on it.
Find more younglings. We will.
Jesus Christ, that music was lit. We already got a fire track the first time we arrived on Rhodia. Oh my god, it's the same! I'm telling you, man, y'all be sleeping on Kevin Kiner's music scores.
Your son is strong with the Force.
But not that strong.
He will make a fine Jedi.
Master Ropal said the day would come for him to go to the temple, but not for some time.
Jedi imposters have been roaming the galaxy, stealing the future younglings.
I was about to say, did this guy's creepy-ass voice not give you the idea that he wasn't a real Jedi? But then I remembered Plo Koon sounds like he switched from Marlboro menthols to lights because it was better on his stoma thing, and then it wasn't as weird of a stretch to make.
Look into this. It will relax you.
The more you look at this face, the funnier it gets, I swear.
If you're looking for my son, Jedi, he's not here.
Where is the bounty hunter?
He was a Jedi.
Jedi do not carry blasters.
So you're telling me you were just standing there like some cocky prick the entire time when you could have just given yourself like an ample head start? Come on, my guy, don't get penisy. I don't get what happens here. Does Obi-Wan just lift the hypnosis effect or whatever? Or does he just use the Force to show her the truth or something? It's played off like it's lifting a hypnosis effect, but she didn't even seem that hypnotized. She really didn't do anything. I mean, if Cad Bane just like casually told her, she seemed like she was about to give up the damn baby anyway, let's be real. I don't mean to be that guy, Obi-Wan, but you probably could have gotten damn close if you didn't just awkwardly stop running while he shut the door. I mean, I know you're not the brightest Force user in the galaxy, but we see Ahsoka take on a ship for a while, and Maul had the Force too. This little hand gesture thing always makes me laugh though, like, ah, damn it. You know, I thought for a second this was going to be the exact same shot from the Blue Shadow virus and Mystery of a Thousand Moons, but surprisingly enough, it's actually really different. This waterfall here on the right is doing some crazy left turn over here compared to last time. Then you've got this random needle thing they moved from behind the building over here for some reason. Also, these buildings are now almost right behind this big palace thing, but there seemed to have been a backyard here before. And of course, the infamous clouds are a different painting now too. There's tons of little different details in here, yet so many identical ones. It's just weird how they pick and choose such insignificant things to change. Even in this next shot with the hangar right here. Yeah, we're at a bit of a different angle, but these just aren't the same mountains as before. Tectonic plates be up and bumping over here on Naboo. How does anybody's house stay level?
They told us you were coming. Has the Gungan family been notified?
Jesus, man, who is this Gungan? Even though he's got some noodle-ass arms, he still looks jacked for some reason. I guess it's his neck. Dude's got an Adam's apple the size of a rock. I swear, man, Cad Bane looks so funny without a hat on. It's amazing how much cooler he looks with it on, when normal Duros actually look pretty cool with no hat. I mean, besides this version of one, of course. New dentures and all. This shot, man, is just perfect. These lights around the Gungan city with those waterfall vibes. Ooh boy, no wonder Padme had twins. This water animation looks like the spider webs in Ocarina of Time if you pause them, but the way they move and morph really sells the water vibe. I am, however, just noticing these face carvings on the rocks over here. What is that? I mean, I guess Naboo is home to humans, but you gotta wonder if the Gungans did it or why they'd established this settlement right here. Honestly, the longer I look at them, the more they look bald and like Mace Windu, and knowing Jar Jar, I don't know, it's not a far stretch. I do like that they at least have one little city not submerged in water. Maybe they built this one after episode 1. Man, I love this little crib mobile right here. It's such a cool little addition. While I would expect like a cloud and a happy moon or something, I guess I can see a dinosaur themed one, which is like, why do we hang predatory things above babies? Does anyone stop and think about these things? If you guys can't tell, this is a Colo clawfish or whatever and a Sando aqua monster. Two of the things Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon were being chased by in The Phantom Menace, which is such a cool little detail. Creepy Ahsoka. Jeez, man, shut the door. Shh.
Don't move, Sleemo.
You're quite clever, but naive.
Yeah, who's naive now? That was a really solid play by Anakin and Ahsoka, though. See, 3 episodes in, and patience is finally starting to pay off for you two idiots.
I think I've earned the right to wear this again.
Oh yeah, I forgot he stole that thing. I like how he still has that thing hanging on there. Because you gotta think, he got undressed Dental, wore his armor and put his old clothes on him, shot him and left him to explode, escaped and got a new outfit, and he still hung that thing from his pants. Assuming he wasn't gonna find Ahsoka too. This guy clearly thought, fuck man, forget the hats, this is a dope ass bracelet. I mean, honestly, it's probably worth a bit of money, so I guess there's that too, but I'm sticking with the secret bracelet klepto theory. Misa Jedi Peppy Bow. I absolutely love this little moment. First of all, this Gungan is so damn cute, but that little face Ahsoka makes, man, gets me every time. It's a weird fourth wall breaking feeling I get where Ahsoka is doing exactly what I would be doing. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of made that face at the screen when it happened.
Your daughter is safe now.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah, you know what? He's right. In a few years, they're gonna take those ear things you got and tie them together, literally morphing them from the sides of your head into the middle. Seriously, guys, this is proof that I didn't expect.
Who are you working for?
I work alone.
Make it easier on yourself.
What are you going to do, Jedi? Torture me?
Exactly.
So I know in universe this would be the same, but we've seen this asset already in Cloak of Darkness where they were holding new Gunray. Just thought, you know, you guys came here to know all about stuff like that.
Did you check the ship's navigation records?
They were wiped clean before he landed on Naboo.
We'll have to use the Force to make him talk.
I don't think Bane is that weak.
Maybe if we all concentrated on his mind together.
Using the Force to compel a strong mind to cooperate is risky.
There is a danger that his mind could be destroyed in the process.
Well, do we have another choice?
This is the sketchiest conversation between these four. I love how Anakin's just like, screw it, guys. I do this stuff all the time, and they literally just go for it. I'm calling bullshit that they would behave this way in front of Yoda, though. I don't know what it is about this scene, but it gives me major boy band vibes, the way they walk in all mysterious and whatnot.
You will take us to the holocron.
Jedi mind tricks don't work on me.
You will take us to the holocron.
What about 2 Jedi mind tricks?
You will take us to the holocron.
What is this, like, almost smile Ahsoka's got on her face?
And you will take us now.
I will take you. No! Get out of my head!
Yeah, this scene is awesome. You know it is. I love the way the sound team made the nows echo all around to make it seem like they're in his head saying that. It really gives a horror movie kind of vibe. I love how we get yet another moment of Ahsoka like, oh fuck dude, this war's intense. At the end though, wasn't this your idea in the first place? You were creeping the whole time until that last second.
Perhaps we should try again.
I've had enough of that. You'll get your children back.
The Chancellor wants a report on our progress.
It's an internal Jedi affair.
I'm sorry to disagree, but as long as the Jedi are acting as a military, we should report to the Chancellor.
Well then, I guess you just volunteered to go. Give the Chancellor my regards.
Now wait a minute.
I agree.
Wow, I forgot about this moment, but it's such a great line since our pal Obi-Wan over here isn't brave enough for politics.
Oh no, I'm not brave enough for politics.
Still, man, I agree with Obi-Wan. I don't get Anakin's thinking here. The Senate and Chancellor don't really have anything to do with the recruitment of the Jedi younglings, right? Why would they need them to be involved in this? I guess you could argue that Naboo and Rhodia are Republic worlds, but I really don't think the Jedi care about that kind of stuff when it comes to taking your Force babies. Separatists, be on the lookout.
This could be a trap, Master.
It's a trap.
You sure you don't need us to go?
Of course it's a trap.
It's a trap!
I will contact you when we find the children.
What if they don't find those kids?
They will, Snips.
A little bit weird of a choice having the clone theme play here, but I guess it works.
The coordinates are 673117 cross 7RB71.
That will take us into the far outer rim.
Damn, Obi, those were just some random ass numbers to me. You sure know your coordinates. Can we all just take a second to say how blessed Mace's genetics must be? Compare this shot to this one in Tales of the Jedi. This is basically Obi-Wan's grandpa with him, and dude looks, sounds, and moves exactly the same. I think Mace is the real Sith Lord here, guys. Dude clearly has Palpatine beat on the never dying thing, naturally at least. Well, I think Palpatine's dead now. Probably. You know what? I was going to comment on how cool it was that this room looks so similar to how it does in the movies, with these little panels on the wall over here and whatnot, but then I went down a rabbit hole of why does this door have like 3 different versions? We see it here with this archway kind of door, with the door presumably being open right now, and this part being able to close. But in Attack of the Clones, when we see it, the entire red section opens up with the door too, not just that middle part like before. I almost thought it changed to a square one in Revenge of the Sith right here, but then I realized that this is actually a different hallway. This is the one over here on the right side of this big room. I don't know, man. They did a pretty good job with this room otherwise. It's crazy how much you just get the vibe of Revenge of the Sith, despite the weird door continuity.
To think a simple bounty hunter could create such a plan.
I believe someone else, someone much more powerful, was behind this.
And have you any clues as to who it may be?
Even though you know he's not nervous, you got to imagine he's testing Anakin a bit here. And this little sudden eye movement he does was a nice subtle touch to sell you on that. What is crazy though is I'm pretty sure they got these buildings right. Like it's got to be exactly the same. George made this show basically in the fort in his backyard, so I guess it makes sense. Jeez man, I forgot we go to Mustafar in this episode too. I don't think we've ever gone this many places in a single episode so far. Coochie coochie coo.
Subjects of this age rarely survive the slave conditioning procedure.
I'm afraid the risk is necessary.
Rarely survive the procedure. This basically implies that this has worked for Palpatine in the past with adults pretty well, but he's already lost a few babies on this slave conditioning procedure.
The natural talent these children possess is too great to be wasted by the Jedi.
Oh, look at the baby little Kit Fisto already blazed and passed out.
I foresee an army of Force-talented spies Jedis in my service, trained in the dark side to peer into every corner of the galaxy from afar.
So this begs the question, is it like an inhibitor chip type thing? Like a surgery? Are the Inquisitors suited out with this? What does that mean for our favorite Inquisitor, Riva?
Where are you keeping the children?
The children are safe, but first, there is your precious holocron.
Well, that's convenient. I like the way it lights up, though. Or is it the kyber crystal inside doing the lighting up? Like the ones we see on Ilum?
Let me get it for you.
No more of your tricks.
Blast!
What an awkward line that must have been to record. Like a 90s cartoon or something.
You certainly stepped in it this time.
And Daddy One with the one-liners today, man.
So long, Jedi.
You know, this just goes to show how much of a G Cad Bane is. So you gotta think, he set this up and was dropping off the holocron, obviously just in case he wound up getting captured, and being the only one who knows where it is, kind of knew they would wind up doing this. This is the kind of stuff that makes me think, like, if Cad Bane hasn't been on his own since childhood, I wonder what he was like in school or whatever. Teachers probably slept on him thinking he'd be some garbage man. Who's the garbage man now?
I have the feeling Master Windu and Obi-Wan could have used our help.
I don't like being out of the action either, but somebody's got to do this job.
And it always ends up being us.
What? How? We've seen like 14 space battles so far you've been a part of. If anything, where the hell has Mace been this whole time? What, like 3 episodes? I don't know, maybe more.
Bane picked up a lot of volcanic ash on his travels.
Looks like Bane erased his navigation records, not his fuel computer.
So?
Well, if we cross the list of planets we know he visited, with the distance he traveled,
we may be able to calculate where else he went.
It's an old Jedi trick we use to track down smugglers.
The way he says this, like, how old? You've only been a Jedi for what, 11 years or something? What kind of drug bust did Obi-Wan have you in on back then? Here we thought it was just alcohol we had to worry about with Obi-Wan.
Wait, Mustafar? There were no children on Mustafar.
It's a mining world. Very remote. Probably stopped there to refuel.
Even though this is a small little moment, I like that they actually take the time to explain a little bit about what Mustafar actually is. I remember seeing these random guys in the background of Anakin and Obi-Wan's fight as a kid and thinking, man, what the hell could really be the point of these dudes? And just having it said like that, I don't know, I enjoyed it.
I've got the holocron.
This moment right here with Mace reaching for his lightsaber as the door is about to shut has to be an homage to Indiana Jones classically reaching for his hat or whatever last second, right? Why's it gotta look like a creepy octopus, man?
A starship is approaching.
I'm afraid this installation is lost. Let the building sink into the lava.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Just do as I say.
Bitch, what about me? I love how willing Palpatine is to just say fuck everything and destroy whatever the hell he's got going on so no one finds out, especially with everything we've seen so far in the Bad Batch. Dude's dedicated, if nothing else.
I sense something, Master, and I don't like it.
It's the dark side, Ahsoka. This is the right place.
Mustafar is a dark side nexus or whatever, right? A place where the dark side is stronger, so I guess that this makes sense. I don't know how I feel about the history of Mustafar though. The whole jungle planet thing or whatever. I guess it's more about that bright starstone thing, but that's a topic for another day.
Question is, where are they?
This way.
Quick, the Jedi are coming. Turn out the lights. Hurry, hurry.
We're too late.
I can sense they're still here.
The first time I watched this, I remember I was like, Jesus, she's gonna hit him with a fucking baby. The writing on these screens in Revenge of the Sith look way cooler and different for some reason. I don't think it was Orabesh. I don't know, I can't tell. These things here on the side are almost the same though, which is pretty cool. You guys know the drill. Give me like 20 minutes, I'll figure out what this says. Okay, so some of this makes sense. Up here on the right, it says, warning, systems critical, total shield failure. Then on the bottom here, it just says danger a few times. And up here on the left, it says all systems nominal. I thought it was a typo and they meant normal, but that wouldn't really make sense either. Over there on the bottom, it says shield integrity 100%, which also doesn't really seem right.
Oh, the panel's fried.
Hang on, look at this little baby Jedi outfit thing. It looks like a mock-up of a Jedi with clone armor, kind of, and it's really cute, actually. This shot stresses me out. So I originally recorded me going on about how they didn't use the same shot as the one in the other episode, and I found a shot of this at a different angle, and looking for it now, I swear, it's just gone. I can't find it anymore. I have no idea. And was saying how even the buildings are the same, but then I found this shot from the beginning, and it's actually this exact shot. Yeah, the lighting changes a little bit, but the weird thing is, all the windows that are on stay on both shots. What? Days apart? I'm nitpicking, I know. But why are these buildings the only ones that change? They were like, hey, wait a minute. This building isn't up to code. Someone straighten this out. Then decided to give these ones a bunch of balconies, and we're just like, screw it, guys. We might as well redo this whole alley. I'm like 99% positive that's the only buildings that change. What I was not expecting, however, was the ships to be exactly the same. I mean, I know that, the space traffic lanes would still be the same on any given day, and I figured that the ships in both shots were just on some kind of random loop or something, but for both episodes, it actually looks like these are the same exact ships in the same exact order as last time. So I guess they have a set lineup of ships that they use on Coruscant. We gotta keep our eyes open to see if this ever changes, guys. I'm invested now.
The base was completely destroyed, Master.
Most unfortunate. This is.
We still have Bane.
He got away again?
Jeez, man, that constipated ass face cracks me up. Damn, what a departure from the last episode. I mean, I guess overall it wasn't a huge deal or anything, but Jedi babies are cute, right? One thing that was dope was going to all these locations in one episode. It felt like we were all over the place. It all worked out plot-wise and never felt forced, and I think that's pretty gosh darn neat. Patron shoutouts! The biggest shoutouts go out to my commanders. Drakmir the Impaler, one of the strongest Weequayans on Florum. Started the first organized recycling force, impaling pollution in half in just under 3 years. Definitely a lover, not a fighter. Mighty Mr. Snuffle, who runs an orphanage for the baby Jedi who are just menaces to society at the earliest ages and then wholesales them to Palpatine. Lord William Lynch, the most played musician on the HoloNet 5 years running, most widely known for their smash hit single, Droids Just Want to Have Fun. More huge shoutouts go out to my Master Jedis. In Friends Crumb, one of the only people who has seen what the rest of Palpatine's body looks like after Mace got to him at a beach resort trip. Marcus Fleischer, a janitor aboard Anakin's Venator who is so good at getting all the sand off the ship, Vader made sure to request for them specifically to Palpatine. Nate, one of the first governors of the New Republic, later joined the First Order because they secretly lost to Chancellor against Leia and swore revenge. R. McNasty01, owner of the next best diner on Coruscant next to Jester's or whatever, just can't quite get those Gungan omelets to taste right for some reason. And Varium, the secret leader of a society hellbent on standardizing octagonal boxes in the Republic, and we thought it was the animation team. More shoutouts to my Jedi Knights, Graphite, Austin Turner, Corchin, and Salsis Volpace. Honestly, I really didn't have it in me much to do the patron shoutouts this week, so sorry if they kind of suck, but I had to step away from this video for about a week. I got pretty, sick isn't even the word, but I definitely had some stuff going on, and I'm just now doing this outro thing, so thanks for still being here anyways, guys. I promise next episode will be the biggest patron shout out you've ever seen in your gosh darn lives. I love you guys.